Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode with us, Ellie and Lucas. Today we have a special guest star, our cat Gabby. She's hungry and being a real pain. Today we're going to talk...
Bye!
Today we're going to talk about 6 things that will definitely shock people coming from the US and maybe even other visitors to the great country of Germany. First thing on our list, definitely shocked us when we first heard about it, is that the German government actually gets to have some say in the name of your kid. If you have, say, a girl and you want to name her some kind of gender-neutral name or even a more exotic name, and her name doesn't clearly convey the idea that she is a girl, the government might not allow you to name her that. You actually have to fill out a form giving their name, and the government gets to approve or deny it. Definitely weird for us, but maybe it's needed. I don't know. In the US, some people have some pretty interesting and creative names.
Another thing that shocked us when we moved to Germany is that eggs and milk are kept out of the fridge. And in the US, eggs and most especially milk are kept in the fridge 100% of the time. One exception to that is farm families will also tend to keep their eggs out of the fridge because they realize that it's pretty much okay when eggs sit out of the fridge. But milk, no, 100% of the time in the fridge. Another thing is that unopened milk is kept outside of the fridge here in Germany. And the reason for that is the packages are packed and they're vacuum sealed, and they're also homogenized before they're put into these packages, so they're basically like as sterile as they can be. And so they can sit on your shelf for basically a year and they're fine, which is just so weird for us Americans because our big like gallons of milk are always kept in the fridge and they're just sealed with these little plastic rings. And there's like a little air that can be in there, so they're definitely not safe. And usually after about a week, they go bad.
Number 3 on the list for today is, this will sound kind of weird, but bombs. In the US, probably makes a lot of sense. We don't have bombs that are still stuck into the ground, but in Germany you do. And of course, that makes plenty of sense with all the wars that have happened through Europe, but it sure is shocking to say the least when you come to live in Germany and you want to, say, take the train to Bochum and you find out, no, the trains aren't working today because there's a bomb that was found under the tracks that they're dealing with today. Or one time, even like a few blocks away from us near one of the local hospitals, they also had to shut down a part of the local area because, again, they were diffusing a bomb that was found under the roads. So it's just like kind of beyond shocking if you're not used to this, and then just kind of find out that, yeah, almost every couple of weeks in your city probably they'll be defusing a bomb somewhere. Granted, it seems pretty safe, and if you think about it too much, it's kind of freaky.
Yeah, like especially to think that you typically like travel on this train track route to and from Bochum, and any day this bomb could explode. But thankfully it didn't. I remember the first time I moved to Berlin and they were like defusing a bomb around where I was living, and I was so scared and I thought this was the weirdest thing ever. I called my parents and my parents were like, what? And so this just goes to show you how not normal this is for Americans. But I don't call my parents anymore every time there's a bomb being defused. Don't worry.
But it can be kind of fun to mess with your American friends this way now too, because you're just like, oh yeah, I can't go to work today, there's a bomb, no big deal. In 2 hours, the trains will be open again or something. And everyone's like, what?
We are going to take a pause right here and tell you we are so grateful for helping us with our subscriber count. It's our goal by the end of this year to make 2,000 subscribers, and right now we're at like 1,880. We are so close, and it's not even like halfway through the year. It almost is. But we have decided that when we get to 2,000 subscribers, we're going to host a live stream. And this will be super new for us, hosting one on our own. We've been part of some, but never hosted one. So we would love it if you would come and participate with us. We aren't sure the date yet because we don't know when we'll hit the 2,000 subscriber mark, but it would be great to come and chat with you all. And we'll answer your questions in the comments and things like that.
Next thing, number 4, is Oktoberfest. And I think Americans have kind of messed this up quite a bit, actually, because even in America, we kind of celebrate Oktoberfest, where when the month of October comes around, all the breweries in America make their own unique Oktoberfest brews, and the stores have their own little like Oktoberfest sales, which is why I was beyond confused the first year we lived here, and my coworkers were like, yeah, maybe we'll go to Oktoberfest next weekend, and it was still September. And I was like, what? But it's not October yet.
And I think that we were like, okay, we should go too. Like, let's go to Oktoberfest down in Munich. And then we like realized, by the time we realized this, it was October, and we're like, oh darn, it like ended like a week ago.
Yeah, and we'd already missed it. So maybe not shocking, but it's definitely like surprising, and that's definitely America's fault because
I blame us.
yeah, we just have no idea when these things happen.
Another thing that we Americans find shocking about Germany is that you have the Schultüte, or the Zuckertüte. So this, for those of you who don't know, is like a little, it kind of looks like a hat.
Looks like one of those long like princess fairy tale hats with the string coming off the tip. Big long like triangle cone.
It looks like this. And typically, there's a bunch of ways to do this, but I'll explain that in a minute. It's typically filled with like pencils and pens and candy that the student likes, other things like that. And usually the parents buy this, and maybe some other grandparents or something else. But this is what the student gets, or your kid gets, on their first day of school. There's a bunch of different traditions around this though too. The idea is to basically like welcome your kid into the schooling system and congratulate them on their first day. And so sometimes the Schultüten will be put in like the classroom, and the student has to find their own, and then they open it there. Sometimes the parents give it to the student to take with them to school, and then it's like with them throughout the day, but they don't open it, and then they first open it when they're at home. There's a bunch of different traditions around this, I have found out. But basically it's just like a little gift you kind of get on your first day of school. And it does also carry over sometimes into like when you start your first day of university, but that's more rare.
I've never seen that at university yet. Someone walking around with a Schultüte in hand.
No, but maybe they like get gifts or something. But I don't remember when I started kindergarten, nothing happened for me.
No, me neither. The only way I knew the beginning of the school year started was because my mom would make me hold a sign with my name and the year on it, and I'd cover it with stickers. That was the thing that we did in my household. But I wish I got candy for the starter. What kid wouldn't be excited to go back to school when your parents are going to give you a giant sack of candy?
The last thing we have for you that shocked us about Germany, this is kind of like a rant from Ellie, so be prepared. I mean, yeah. So typically in the US, this is like the largest size of water bottle we have. This is a Nalgene. It goes basically up to 1 liter or 32 ounces. And you know, when I lived in Marburg, I would carry one of these around in my backpack all day, and it was always be on one side, and then so I noticed like one side would get like heavier, and so I'd like have to switch it. So I already felt like this was heavy. Then you come to Germany, and this is the size of your water bottles. I don't understand who on God's earth needs this much water unless you're like an athlete or something. But like compared to this is 1.5 liters, whereas this is just 1 liter. And so you can really see the extra, and this is so heavy. I would die if I carried this around with me all day, but maybe I'm just a weakling, I don't know.
Yeah, you just need to get out more and hike with them.
I can't imagine hiking with this. This is crazy.
Oh, you'd be okay.
But like then if I go to the university, this is the traditional size of water bottle that people carry around with them all day. And I'm just like, it's so crazy. You don't need this. I don't know. Anyways, but so now we have these and we just leave them at home, and then we carry around something smaller like this or this all day. I still don't get this. I mean, there are smaller ones you can buy, which aren't even like the size of this. They're probably like this tall, but then that's too small. So either you have too small or too big. Help me. Yeah, that's just me, but maybe I'm picky. I mean, you certainly, like, I think if I grew up with it, I'd be used to it, but you know.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There you have it. Those are the 6 things that shocked us when we first moved to Germany, but now we've been living here for a while, so they're pretty normal to us. We're glad that you and our cat Gubby Gabby, have made it through this video, even though she's a pretty hungry cat right now, so we better feed her soon. We hope that you like and subscribe this video, and we will see you in the next one. Mark. What? So which ones are you talking about?
She was doing that after you left. Our cat's freaking out. Gubby, stop eating the couch. Our cat's eating the couch. Now she's leaving. Gabby, we're busy.
You're gonna get jumped on.
Okay, here we go. Oh God.
Cat. Yeah, why? Why? Lovely.
First thing on our list today, me and Ellie can't handle this because of this cat. I'm really sorry if we're out of focus. It's her fault. Have to pet the cat.